He was one of 3 who helped people on that plane. So just imagine you're sitting on that plane on the tarmac with no AC. AAA leaders say they have been extremely busy over the last few weeks, especially when it gets cold outside. Madam Vice President Larry Spruill with Channel 2 Action News. What message did you have to the voters here in Georgia? I did ask an officer here on the scene, is that suspect in custody? He simply nodded his head in a yes fashion and walked away. We're live on television. Why do you think he chose that location to hide? And why do you think he was in this area the entire time?
I just don't know.
The driver tells me everything happened here in this northwest neighborhood. He tells me the thieves took off with his car. I spoke with that mayor as he was walking right out of the doors here at the Fulton County Jail earlier tonight. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I don't have a lot of comments now.
Can you tell us what happened or the charges?
I'll have more comments. That's it later.
Natalie's mother said in a victim statement that this case has caused her and her family so much pain over the last 18 years. She called that suspect a murderer. She says she wanted him to hear those words every time the jail door shut. Candace, we are here at that neighborhood where both neighbors and police say all of this happened. At this very hour, police are still blocking off the entranceway, not allowing anyone in or out of the subdivision unless you live here. But I do want to point out, you see those lights right there? Police are still here on the scene investigating. They are already noticing more people shopping inside the stores for this Black Friday holiday. Take a look at the long line right here at Best Buy behind me. Customers I talk to tell me they'd rather be inside the store shopping versus online. There are several flyers like this one going around. You can see Dr. King's face on it, him holding up chains around his neck. Now, one advocate I talked to says this is not the way to honor Dr. King.
We saw you there live at 6. Are things any better now?
Well, Candace, at 6 o'clock, we were on the other side of this bridge, and we made our way to the other side of this point. It took us about 35 minutes. That's because most of the roads were either blocked off because of the flooding. Normally, that drive would be about 2 minutes or so. But as you can see behind me, police are now blocking off this section of the road because they simply say it's just too dangerous.
I didn't expect it to rain as much as it had or to flood.
The element of surprise flooding swept across most of Chattooga County Sunday. Floodwaters covered roads and submerged bridges, isolating Gail Burtz and her neighbors.
We're actually trapped in because the road, of course, is right here. And it's a winding road.
So you're stuck?
Kind of like the state, yeah, we are.
Burtz says she has never experienced Mother Nature's wrath like this before.
We've had a lot of heavy rains, and we've had some flooding before, but not like this.
Now take a look at the impact of this flooding through News Drone 2. This home is near Liberty Dam Road. You can see water completely surrounding the home, almost to the deck of the house. But flooding is not the only issue for neighbors here, like Kevin Morgan.
We woke up to a power outage.
That lasted for hours, says Morgan, and then on top of that,
It just was torrential rain for 3 or 4 hours.
Channel 2 cameras captured most of the damage near the Chattooga River. Somerville Mayor Harry Harvey says this is an emergency.
Now we have a crisis as far as the water is concerned. We have low pressure in some areas, and there are some areas where there's not any water at all. We do have a boil water advisory, and we do ask that people follow that boil water advisory. We are doing everything that we can to take care of this. We do not know the damage, and we will have an assessment beginning hopefully tomorrow if the waters recede.
And Larry Spruill joins us back live from Chattooga County. And Larry, this has to be difficult for people in that area.
And Candace, that's why Governor Kemp issued a state of emergency for most of this area. He is asking for all of Georgia to pray for those affected by the flooding tonight.
And they definitely have a long road ahead of them. Larry, thank you.
George, everything happened right here across the street and this side this parking lot at the high school. Now, things are all clear here at the high school tonight, but earlier today, the school was locked down because of the shooting that happened right there in the parking lot. Tonight, I talked to both parents and students.
I had a lot of people texting me to make sure I was okay.
McEachin High Junior Cade Anderson says he got those texts after his school was placed on a code red alert around 1:30 Thursday afternoon. Channel 2 Action News obtained this video of a fight between teens. You can see two teenagers swinging at each other. That fight led to this shooting in the McEachin High parking lot. One teenager started shooting and then another one pointed his gun. Police said two teens who are not students at the high school were hit. They have non-life-threatening injuries. News Chopper 2 flew over the scene Thursday. Parents were told to pick up their kids down the road at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We were there as Suzanne Laurie waited to see her grandson, Cade.
They got all the roads blocked. You can't get to them. So, yeah, it gets scary.
Anderson tells me this is not the first time someone brought a weapon on campus.
A couple months ago, someone brought an AR-15 to school.
As for this grandmother and grandson, they are relieved.
Yeah, I'm just ready to go home. Yeah. It was a busy day.
I'm very glad to have him in the car.
A sense of relief tonight. Now, police are looking through those two videos of the fight and that shooting. They want to talk to everyone who was here at the high school earlier this afternoon. They're asking anyone with any information to call police. We're live in Cobb County. Larry Spruill, WSB Tonight.
You know, it's that call, it's that thing you see on social that no parents want to see when it comes to a shooting at their kid's school. Larry, thank you.